Sorry.
Right. Hey everyone, welcome back
Welcome
to
to hell.
another welcome back to another episode
Sorry.
of the Career Gossip podcast, episode number 35. Um yeah. So
Oh, we're up to 35 now.
yeah, 35, yeah. So yeah, slightly delayed,
Uh,
but given Max has recently moved, and so
yeah.
yes, he's been busy. So obviously that takes precedent over a podcast. So we're recording it
Yeah.
tonight. We're gonna go as long as we can because our energy isn't what it would be normally. So yeah, we're just gonna see
Yeah.
if we can work it
Uh,
out.
my energy is going to be in like one of two weird camps, and one is that I'm slightly off and dozy because I'm coming down, or the other is that I am clearly still high. Like I don't know which one it'll be yet,
Yeah,
but one of them it'll be. I'm sorry, I've had a weekend. I'll tell you about it in the catch.
yeah, yeah. That's fine. Yeah. So yeah, that's why we are recording episode 35 on a Sunday. Um.
Yeah.
So yeah. But hopefully by next Thursday we should be rejuvenated and back to our old
Yeah.
selves. Um,
And pretty because
yeah,
I look like fucking garbage today. Um, how's your week been? Week and a half? Like almost. How's it been since we last recorded this, which was like Thursday, the second to last week, right?
yeah.
I look like a
It's
fucking Melon Manson background fucking singer. Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
My week has been been good. Um, been keeping busy as per usual. Probably too busy, but busy doing coursework. Um,
Yeah.
I've hardly been on Twitter. But when I have been, oh boy, has it been fun watching the whole house
Yeah.
burn down. Yeah. Given that,
I genuinely don't even know what's going on Twitter right now. I've been so fucking out of it. I've hardly even posted. Like, you know how much I post otherwise? Like, it's not usually on my own timeline. I usually just go into some other person's thread and start shit.
yeah,
But like, I post constantly, and I barely fucking posted. Like, I
yeah.
retweeted
Um,
boyfriend once, and it like did some bullshit shit.
well, to boil it down, Sal Grover has been sued by Roxanne
Oh,
Pickle,
I think I saw something about that. Yeah.
yeah, a trans woman, because she didn't allow her to join Sal Grover's fucking woman only app, whatever it was.
Torin, Torin,
Yeah.
am I going fucking insane? Haven't we done this story already? Like, didn't we do this like last week? Am I stuck in Groundhog Day? What the fuck?
Um, I think
Is this my happy death day?
I don't know if we did. If we did, then I've completely forgotten. But
I,
anyway,
I look,
yeah,
probably what's
yeah,
going on is that all of these transphobes have started blending together for me.
yeah. The
Like,
other thing, yeah,
it's like I don't hear the words technically. I just hear like not in your voice, but in like a weird, shrieky, high pitched, sort of like that Brit British or Australian cunt. What's her name? Bargain bin Marilyn Monroe. If she had went through a fucking wash by Andy Warhol.
oh, Posey Parker, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Uh, Kelly Jean Kay.
yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
whatever, yeah,
It's all coming back.
yeah. Well,
Isn't
if
Parker Posey like another person? Anyway,
yeah,
but like I think all I hear is her voice, like whenever I read these stories, just going, "Let's genocide the fucking trannies."
Yeah, yeah,
And that's literally all I hear. I also can be a bit louder now than I have been in a while because I live in a fucking guest house,
yeah,
which is like the best. I'm going to be like the weird. That's my new place. Like it's forever, but I live in a guest house now, which I love. I'm going to be like the weird, fucking funny sitcom character, like in every American sitcoms, like in Happy Days, who were like had no relation to the family, but just lived there for some reason. And
yeah,
I realize now that, oh yeah, because he was homeless and broke like I
yeah,
am.
yeah,
So it's yeah. I'm sorry. What? Cunt gets sued because he doesn't let non-cunt she them they.
yeah. Yeah. So again, just to clarify, if we did mention this in last week's episode, and you're hearing this again, then I do apologize. But it's been a week, and my memory is has gone blank. But
I
in a
might have done
nutshell,
ketamine
yeah,
tonight. I'm
um,
not entirely sure, but I may have done ketamine, which means that I might just be remembering something that hasn't happened yet.
uh, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I do that all the time. Um, I'm always, so yeah,
I call it
Sarah
DMT.
Grover, a massive turf, um, was sued by Roxanne Pickle, um, because you know discrimination. And so she's had to
Yeah, I
pay
don't want to get
her.
sued for discrimination. Don't
Yeah,
discriminate people.
yeah, exactly. So she's had to pay, but obviously in typical turfy fashion, she went back. She grovelled, and I use that term loosely. She grovelled. Probably didn't, but I'm just having fun. And she went back on to Graham Linehan's
Oh yeah, she definitely did.
The Mess We're In. And she completely moaned about it, about the fact she was sued, and that she's going to, I presume, counter sue or
If
something.
this
I
was
don't
my life,
fucking know.
if this was like how I spent my days, I think I genuinely would have like. I'm not saying this in like they should do it kind of way now. Just if this genuinely was how I spent my fucking life, I think I genuinely would have killed myself.
Yeah,
Like these people, like
yeah.
just getting sued, just constantly get. What I've
Oh, it's
got,
a norm
I've
to
said,
them.
I've said shit that are like genuinely fucking illegal. I don't know if I have actually on this one. I don't know if like just saying a general population kill yourself when it's talking about like people who have been sexually harassing, sexually abusing children. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
do
yeah.
not think that they are a protected group, but I
No,
don't think I've said anything strictly illegal on this podcast. But
no.
then again, I might have actually done drugs on the podcast, but I don't know. But like um I have definitely said shit on my Twitter accounts, my many, many Twitter accounts, which are it's just outright illegal. For example, telling someone outright, kill yourself is a crime. I know this, still do it. What are they going to do? But like I've done so much fucking shit that it's just like fucked. Um, I've never gotten sued, like not even once.
No.
I'm a small account that like the big turf accounts actually know about because I'm so fucking volatile. I have 60 fucking followers. No one knows who I am except for the people whose days are fucking ruined.
Yeah.
And they remember me for some fucking reason.
Oh yeah. But it's like it's part of it's the norm now. I mean,
Yeah.
Graham Linehan has been sued, and I think he's being sued currently as we speak for soccer.
It should be sued for
Um,
being fucking ugly.
my first setter, I think, has faced some sort of suability. I don't fucking know. I don't really keep time to know. Um,
Yeah, last I heard, she was reading fictional child porn.
yeah. No, that was Helen Joyce.
Oh, right. I keep getting those two mixed up, which
Yeah,
is weird because we did
they
like
all
two
just, they all,
episodes on
yeah,
fucking Maya
yeah,
Pools.
exactly. Yeah.
No, no,
Um,
we did like two episodes on Helen Joyce. I mean,
yeah,
once
yeah,
again, I did
yeah,
it. I did it again now.
yeah,
I fucking mixed them up again
yeah.
while I was talking about it.
They all the
Jesus
fun.
Christ.
Yeah, they all blend into one. You can't tell them apart, which is kind of
Oh,
funny.
look, it's a middle-aged white bitch who's seen her best years.
Yeah, which is
Sucks
funny
to
because
suck,
which is funny.
motherfucker.
Yeah, which is funny really, given that that's what they do it to cis people who they think are trans. But anyway, so yeah, her, Toby
Yeah.
Parker.
They also think like trans people transition because they get to fuck more
Oh
if they've
yeah,
transitioned. Like I cut my fucking dating pool in half by transitioning.
yeah,
I was so great at straight chicks. Now no straight chick wants to fuck me.
yeah. So that's the big news. The other big
Uh,
news is that Queen Turf, J.K. Rowling is back on Twitter. Um,
Motherfucker.
and she's back to
I'm
her
sorry.
usual self. Um,
Could you
and
just
yeah,
fucking, I don't know, die?
yeah. And I was having a very interesting conversation. When I say conversation, with
You say interesting as well.
yeah, the Mary Chew, who I sent you like what a screenshot of what she said. Is like, okay, like apparently according to her, I'm like a performative ally.
I have no idea what the fuck that went on about. If you were a performative ally, and that's what like, I'm sure you liked my like quote tweet
Yeah,
of that one because I thought it was so fucking funny. Like, yeah, you're such a performative ally, which like, yeah, fine. I'm not saying like me being accepted into it means that it's naturally like, whatever. Um, like I'm not saying that like me being not hated by you means that you're not performative. What I'm saying is that you wouldn't have gone a fucking year through a podcast with the least likable fucking trans person alive if that was performative. I'm actively fucking hateful. I'm a massive piece of shit. You're such a great ally that you're okay with
yeah.
that.
It's like
I'm the worst person alive.
yeah,
And
and
I'm
I
like,
mean
I'm exaggerating, of course. There are worse people alive. There are, for
yeah,
example, I don't know,
because
people who like Oasis. But uh, like you, you're clearly not performative. Like whatever one might think of your opinions about shit, you're
yeah,
clearly not doing it performative. And also, if you were like a performative ally, I don't know, there are quite a lot of shit you've said on this fucking podcast that you probably wouldn't have said if you were being performative because like this podcast doesn't seem to really care if we ever get any listeners or advertisers, which is great. Like that's
yeah,
exactly how I
like
want it to be.
yeah, like I've said from the start, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Like if you like what you hear, and you like the fact that we come on here and we talk utter shit, but also discuss, you know, the recent topics, then great. If you don't, there are plenty more podcasts out there,
Yeah.
right?
I'm so sorry for that close up. I just
It's all
like
right.
I'm like doing my
Yeah.
makeup, so that's why I had to
So
see like I have the
yeah,
fucking sight of a bat.
yeah. So yeah, if you like us and you like our content, great. If you don't, I don't really care. Right?
Yeah, genuinely me neither.
We do this for fun, and so also this is our like weekly catch up where we get to talk,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah. This is the sweetest gig in the world for me. I
yeah,
like I get to do, I basically um uh I basically got given a carte blanche right at the get-go, and then I
yeah,
just like let's see how far we can take this cart,
yeah, and I'm sure
which is great.
and I'm sure that as we go further along and we get into like season two, season three, however long this flipping lasts for, right? Without for a long time. Right?
6 seasons
Um,
in a movie.
yeah, I'm sure that that we will get more and more informative, and we will discuss more topics, right? But
Yeah, I
until
might
but
even do
on
some research for once.
yeah, but
I
until
love
that
how
point,
I'm the like, academic person and I just don't give a shit about like doing the work.
yeah, but until that point, for now, we're just gonna do what we do, and hopefully you come along for the ride. If not, you can just jump off a cliff.
Look,
And
listeners,
that's a
if you
joke, by the way.
want
And that's a
me,
joke, by the way. Um, but yeah,
I don't know. I was cliff diving when I was a kid. That was really fucking sweet. I'm going
yeah,
to like when I go home for like the winters, uh, or for Christmas, which is the like not insane way to say that. What the fuck for the winters? Who am I? I'm fucking George Stark here. Jesus fucking Christ, winter is coming. Um, uh, when I go home for Christmas, I'm kind of thinking of doing like an entire episode from out in the middle of the woods next to some cliffs we used to dive off of when we were like kids. Because my book actually starts there, so it's like a fun little Easter egg for me and for no one else.
yeah,
Um, I had a point when I started that fucking story. I do not know where that point
yeah.
went during it.
But yeah, I mean,
Sorry about it.
so um, it's like I don't know where that conversation started from, the one we made too. Apparently, um,
I tried to scroll back, but then I just like saw that it was like multiple levels of quote tweet, and I thought I have better things to do, like
yeah,
hacking off my foot with a fucking saw. So I just like
yeah,
I
apparently,
couldn't even be fucked. Like she does, she seems like a fucking idiot.
yeah,
Just genuinely, what the fuck
yeah,
does she even say?
yes, it is. Yeah, apparently, this stemmed from something that I apparently said that along the lines of apparently in one of our podcasts, probably the earlier ones, I said something along the lines of, if you don't date trans women, you're a bigot, right? Like if you don't want to date
Okay,
trans women, you're a bigot. And apparently,
do you need to speak so fucking clearly that like it's it's on the basis of them being trans, you fucking moron.
yeah, and apparently
Like,
this is where what she said was based on. So because I said that, I'm a bigot. And it's like, okay,
but
whatever.
she was she a turf?
Th- I don't know. Well, I don't know what a
I
problem.
genuinely didn't get that. I thought she was like, I don't know if you saw anything. I don't know what I'm looking for something,
Yeah,
but I don't like. I didn't get if she was like a one of these well-meaning cunty um like for example the other week when I was fighting with like the all the autistic shitheads on Twitter. Like, yeah, uh, a lot of them were being spiteful, like
yeah,
literally saying, "I don't think you have any diagnosis," which made me like genuinely fucking mad.
yeah.
Which was when I said that
I,
I think that they should burn to the ground. But like, uh, I didn't get like she was.
she
I
and
don't
you
know if
know
she was like being a misjudge, not misjudging. What the fuck is the word? I don't misplacing her anger. Like I don't know if she was just misplacing her anger or something, or if she was a turf, or if she was just like I don't know, had woken up that day and decided to put a fucking drill to her frontal lobe so she couldn't think clearly.
basically basically there is a YouTuber who happens to be trans. He's a trans man. He goes by the name of Jamie Dodger on YouTube. He
Yeah.
he does educational content, but he also reacts to memes from anti-trans people or straight people saying stupid shit about trans biology. And she reacted to a YouTube video of his, and she clearly doesn't understand his humor
Yeah.
because he uses humor to point out the stupidity of other people.
Who
And
would
then,
ever do that?
and then yeah, and then he actually like hands out actual information. And so that's where this stems from because I commented like I can't remember, but anyway, and then it divulged, and it's like okay, whatever. Like she
I'm
sounds
sorry
to
you had to
me,
spend that time in hell.
yeah, she seemed to me, and this is just my opinion of our brief interaction. She seemed like and I've used this word before, but she sounds like a pick me type
She
person.
sounds like somebody who needs to get fucking laid.
Yeah,
I'm
um,
sorry, my bully came out again.
yeah,
It's really weird.
yeah, but it's like,
Uh, no, like, and
and
by getting laid, I don't mean actually fucking. What I mean is like, do something you enjoy, you fucking piece of shit.
yeah,
Like, do something better. I don't know.
um,
Like, stop being you. If
and
this is how you are, and now we
yeah,
keep talking.
and I know that she'll probably watch this, or I don't know if she will. I really don't give a fuck. But if you do happen to watch this, maybe, um, like I'm not a performative ally for one.
I am.
I don't really give a fuck what you think. I don't have to defend myself, right? You're more than
Oh,
welcome. You're more than welcome to come on and actually explain yourself, explain why you think I am, right?
yeah.
I'd implore you to not expect any sort of actual defense from me, but if I were you, I'd do something else. I'd move on, because clearly I don't know what your end goal is, and I don't, and again, I don't really fucking care. But if you do watch this, thanks for the view. Um, but anyway, um,
I don't want your views. Take them back.
yeah, um, but yeah, so that's been fun. But other than that, keep, I've been off Twitter like as much. So yeah,
I think I kind of didn't fuck these up, even though I did them in like the. I did this shit in the Zoom window, and my eyes are this shit. I'm kind of proud. Um, they are supposed to look like this. It's
yeah,
not like I didn't fuck up. I succeeded in making it look fucked up.
yeah,
Fuck me. I'm sorry, I fell down. Um, look, um, I'm going to say the same thing that I say to everyone who I desperately want to come on here because I think they're being a dickhead.
yeah,
Please do. I'm not going to be nice, but I'm not going to be like unreasonably mean either. I'm just like I'm going
yeah,
to talk the way that I do.
yeah,
Like I
and
expect you to jump onto that shit.
yeah,
Call me an idiot if you want to.
yeah, and
Um,
Mary also one other thing, right? Please look up the definition of a contradiction. Please, will you for fuck's sake?
uh, like, did she mean that is
She kept,
every
she
time you
kept,
say that you don't like this, like if you disagree with someone, is that a contradiction? I guess yes, technically, but it's not like you can't disagree with trans people. She was trans, right?
yeah, like I said to her,
Yeah.
look, I disagree with people all the time. Does that mean
Yeah.
I'm contradicting them? No, it doesn't.
Like you once again, your co-host is me. I hope you disagree with me sometimes. I have some
Yeah,
fucked up opinions. I think cannibalism is technically unproblematic. I
yeah,
think necrophiliac should get like a better
yeah,
deal. Not that I am one. I just like desperately want to donate my body to necrophiles.
yeah.
Uh,
But personally,
but like,
I truly believe that the only reason that she was saying, "Why are you contradicting me?" is because she doesn't really have anything else to say other than to I don't know, try and prove her point. It's like, so
She
seriously,
doesn't have anything to
honestly,
say. Maybe she could say nothing instead of like
yeah,
inventing any reason to be angry out of whole cloth.
yeah. But anyway, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
So that's that.
so my week.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, you just recently moved. So how did that go?
Uh, yeah, it went well actually. I have like this weird fucking setup right now. I can show you actually. Like there's my camera and it's pointing at my bed. Um, and I need to like find some place to point that camera that looks semi-natural without it like being weird. Um, and yeah, I definitely have it on my like a tripod all the time because I shoot myself, film myself when I do shit. But yeah, so I've been getting like set up. I've put up one of my posters. It wasn't the one that I wanted to put up, but I have put up one of my posters, which is more than I've done for the last literally 12 years. I do not think that I have put up a single poster since I moved to Stockholm. Uh, like I've lived in weird places. Um, I'm going to stay here for a bit, but and yeah, I like this place. I'm really fucking comfortable. I texted my boyfriend like the first night I slept here, like just I'm so fuck. I love this place. It's so fucking great. And like the person I rent from, because I rent a guest house, as I said. But the person I rent from, like he was going to put up a new shower curtain. But I wasn't home then, and he just left it outside, which means that it doesn't snoop. And like he's really like, oh, I don't want to accidentally read your mail, which like, yeah, don't open it then.
Yeah,
But but like I don't care if he reads my mail either. Honestly, like on a principle, I do get that. I care that he doesn't come into this place without
yeah,
like me being home. And that felt good. That was a good, great thing. And he seems nice, and his kids are like annoying little shits, but like they're here every other week, so I deal. And also, I don't meet them because I live here. Like this is a fully functioning house. It's just made for Smurfs, which is exactly what I need. I don't want to live big. The only problem is that I have no fucking clue how I'm going to get like all of my movies and books in here. I have some of my books, none of my films, and it's already so fucking crowded. Other than that, I've been working and I fucking love my job, I've realized. Like I was getting a bit burnt out at the end of the last like but this fuck holy shit, I've started it great. Like if the summer sucked ass with a fucking straw in cubics, this this fucking fall this is max town. This is max time. This is me. I'm back, bitches. I've crawled out of the fucking ashes of my old manifestation. I've crawled out of the skin, and with the blood of my ex manifestation, I wrote my own life. I don't know. I had no idea how that fucking sentence was ending.
yeah,
This Friday, I went to a Swedish artist called Lars Winnerbäck, um, who is fucking great. He was seminal for me growing up. And since I am technically, technically, what the fuck was that? You're going to see that was some fucking getting ready for misgendering myself because I'm going to say the full sentence I was about to say now. I'm technically a white woman in my 30s, so I definitely listened to him growing up. I do not know why that technically came in there. All that it means is that I'm not actually a woman. Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit. So that I went there with one of my best friends, not the one that I dated, but the other one that I dated. Uh, like not the ex-girlfriend. This is just
yeah,
like a friend who I fell in love with and we fucked for a little while and then we stopped fucking because we realized that oh shit, we're toxic for each other as partners, but we are great as friends. She's one of my best friends, and I would shout her out right now, but A, she might actually listen to this, and I don't want her to get that fucking satisfaction. And two, I only say her complete name. I have never called her just by her first name. I'm not going to fucking start right now because she has the perfect like first and last name together. And I refuse to break that, and I refuse to actually dox my best friend on
yeah,
on podcast. And then yesterday, one of my other like best friends turned like it's a couple that I'm uh really close friends with, and I think he turned 41 and she turned 30. And they kind of his birthday is in the middle of the summer, and 38, I think. His birthday is in the middle of the summer, and her birthday is in the middle of the fall, and they did last because of um yeah um it was in the middle of it, and that was really fucking nice. I haven't slept since. Oh, I did. Shit, I did sleep when I came back Friday because try as I might, 1.5 grams of cocaine was apparently not enough for me to keep my fucking eyes open at an after party. So
Mhm.
I got so fucking tired that I started telling people about my stroke, and then I just went out and had a smoke. Like I just dropped that I had a stroke at some point, didn't say when, and then I left.
Yeah.
Um, and it was at the end of a joke as well because it was like she started stuttering, and I said like, "Oh, I sounded like that when I had my stroke." And then she just kind of stared at me, and I just felt this. I need to leave now. And then I just got up silently and went out to the balcony and then had a smoke. So that was weird. And when I came back, someone thought I was so beautiful. They started drawing me, which is this is not relevant at all. But like Jesus fucking Christ, can I humble brag a bit? Um, but yesterday, I was really fucking tired. But then my boyfriend got here, and then my old childhood friend, which is also the one I went and like fed speed, went and fed the acid over some. Uh, we went to our friend's birthday parties, and it was really fucking nice. And I actually went home quite early because I think me and my boyfriend went home at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and my friend stayed until like 9 o'clock. And I have definitely not slept because when we got home, we decided to fuck and didn't stop. I don't know if you knew this, but like when you um speed makes it intensely fucking hard to come. Uh, but when you do, it's like l- literally having your soul sucked out through your cock.
Hmm.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know
It's
that feeling. Yeah. Yeah.
like it's so fucking intense, and like we just wanted that over and over again. So we fucked for 6 hours or something. Like with bits and like we had a food break. Oh, he did. I sure as shit didn't. I've eaten I think I've eaten my Snickers that I got from him. So like if I am weirdly unhinged in this episode and then like after half the episode just goes silent, um yeah, that's because I just had my crash and I'm not no longer fucking high.
Yeah. No, that.
Because I would like I can feel it
Yeah.
right now. I hear myself. I'm talking like a fucking amphetamine person.
No, that's
I
fine.
am looking fucking gorgeous though.
Well, you're do. I'm the one who looks like as if he just crawled out of a fucking cave or something.
I
But
do
you
love
look
that
completely
fact.
fine.
Like there are a few where I'm just sitting in a like t-shirt, but I like to get my like I don't know. I like to get myself I was about to say I like to get myself stuffed before this. What the fuck? I like to get myself like fixed up before it because like otherwise I'm going to look like a dude. Um to me, like I don't care about
Yeah.
how any other person sees me. It's just that when I look back at the episodes, and since this is the only podcast I listen to, except for just King of Things, actually, I have started listening to that, and that's a great show. But this is otherwise the only podcast that I actually listen to, and I kind of want to look at my beautiful face when I do.
Yep.
And now I'm done.
Yeah. Right.
Now I'm going to actually powder myself.
Yeah.
Like
Um.
actual powder, makeup powder. I'm not going to talk into a line now.
Yeah. Um. Right. So again, like I said, we'll try and get through as much as we can. But you'll hear us again in the next episode anyway. Um.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything on Thursday anyway. So like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to be cool,
Um.
and then I'm going to be more set up here. I want to get like my microphone and shit so that you can hear me even worse.
Yeah. Um. Right. So the first topic is the new extension for puberty blockers. Um, so the government has been slammed, and I'm going to say slammed in inverted commas, for new extension of puberty blockers ban.
She get fucking body slammed.
The activists have criticised the UK government for renewing a temporary ban on puberty blockers. The Department for Health announced last week that it had renewed the ban on the private sale and supply of the medication originally put in place by the Conservative government. The the emergency order
Um,
approved by then Health Secretary Victoria Atkins was enacted shortly after NHS governing bodies in England, Scotland, and Wales banned prescriptions of the medicine. The renewed order will not only extend the ban's length, but also now cover private prescriptions in Northern Ireland. For fuck's sake. The medication primarily used by those under the age of 18 delays unwanted elements of physical puberty. The NHS has described its effects as reversible, and there is no definitive evidence
because it fucking
that it
is.
is harmful. But the thing is, I people like Wes Streeting knows this. He knows that the effects are reversible, but he doesn't. But he just doesn't care. He doesn't
But
give a
like,
fuck.
what do we mean with reversible? Do we mean like they go back to who they were before? Like, no, because puberty blockers is what keeping them there. Like, technically, what it is that it's that when you stop puberty blockers, what happens is that the puberty actually starts. Like, all of a sudden, oh shit, I have tits, or I have cock, because that apparently grows out of puberty. What the fuck did I just say? I have like now I know what I want to do with my cock all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Like that's what happens when you stop puberty blockers. Like no, you're not reversing anything. Like you're just starting what you so kind of like I don't know. Technically, I guess that he's correct in them not being reversible because like puberty isn't reversible. But like that's why we need puberty blockers, you fucking cunt.
yeah,
I think I had a point in there.
yeah. I've just got on to um, gendergp.com, and
No,
they
that sounds great.
released an article on July 17th, 2024. So it is recent. So um, puberty blockers have proven positive effects despite well-funded
Like
misinformation campaigns attempting to persuade the public otherwise. Some campaigns misleadingly claim that stopping puberty may lead to irreversible side effects. In this article, we break down the benefits of puberty blockers and their reversibility. Finally, we explain why the claim that puberty blockers are not reversible is a myth.
yeah.
So,
Wait a minute. Like by the way, gender GP are they the ones who kind of fucked over a bunch of trans people about their HRT?
yeah,
Because
I mean,
I'm one of those trans people.
yeah. Well,
The reason I
so
haven't started,
yeah,
I'm sorry, this is just me
no,
being a
it's
bit
all
of
right.
a pissy bitch.
Well,
But the
we can
reason I
actually,
haven't started
yeah,
HRT is,
we can absolutely get into that in an episode.
yeah,
As
yeah, I would love that because I
we
want
can
to know
absolutely
more
talk
about
about
what
that.
fucking
Yeah,
happened because I was about to
like
sign up.
yeah, um, that could
That was my
absolutely,
plan at the start of the year, actually.
yeah. So puberty blockers have been used for a long time to treat a wide variety of conditions. For example, hormone blockers help fight prostate cancer. Prostate cancer is an aggressive cancer that feeds off testosterone. People with endometriosis are also given puberty blockers. They get blockers to stop the hormone cycle that cause endometriosis to flare up. Children with precocious puberty, i.e., puberty that starts way too earlier than expected for their age, are prescribed blockers to stop them from going through puberty too early. A considerable number of these children have reached final height. With puberty blockers, transgender kids can go through the correct gender-aligned puberty alongside their peers. The secondary sex characteristics that develop can be of the transgender adolescent's preferred gender identity.
I'm sorry, did he actually use height as an argument? Like they're going to be short?
Yeah, but
Because I'm sorry,
yeah,
I'm 190, which is like 6 feet two or something. 6 feet one, 6 feet two. I don't really remember, but like 190 centimeters. Would I rather be my tall and lanky and uh, Amazonian warrior self, or would I rather be, I don't know, someone who didn't go through male puberty? Yeah, I would rather be someone who didn't go through male puberty. I
yeah,
would rather be like 170, which is like I don't know shit because the not metric system, the imperial system is fucking garbage. So I don't know how to measure that. But like 175, I would have been probably and like happy instead of
yeah,
like the neurotic fucking mess that I am today.
yeah. Like I don't know what they actually meant when they wrote that article, but I'm gonna link it anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously, take what was said in the article with a grain of salt, obviously. Because
No,
I
like because they said that they had actually already meant reached final height and stuff like that, which
yeah,
means that I mean like the TERFs and transphobes are, and like the government are the
yeah,
people who are using height as an argument, and
yeah,
these are just like reaching up to it. But I think that the more prudent question to ask is like, why do you care more about someone's height than about them not hanging themselves? Like, what do you think that they're going to be so fucking
yeah,
tall that their feet like reach the fucking ground before the neck snaps?
yeah.
Is that what you're hoping for, you fucking morons? Wow, that was a dark image.
No, but you're right. Um, but yeah, I'll link it down below in the
Yeah.
link in the description. Um, LGBTQ plus not for profit trans advocacy group Transaxual described the decision to extend the ban as dangerous and accused the government of interfering in decisions that should be made between the patient and their doctor. The group launched an appeal against the original ban alongside the Good Law Project, but a High Court judge ruled in July that the emergency order was, in comments, rational and was meant to avoid serious danger to the health of children and young people. Okay, so just look at the past. So look at the effects of puberty blockers on cis girls then for the past 20 years. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, for fuck's sake. The health department knows that
Like, I
banning
don't see why it would be any difference.
there wouldn't be, but you know, as
No,
well,
like, but they
yeah,
keep claiming this mysterious difference between, but like, which also, by the way, just quick thing because I haven't, don't think I've said this before, but like I because I've realized it now this moment. By the way, them saying that means that they actually do believe that there is a biological difference to trans people and cis people, which
oh
means that they do accept that, like, because then they would be like, if puberty blockers are dangerous for trans people and not for cis people, then there must be a biological difference between trans people and cis people, which makes them react differently to the medication, which means that what you're saying is that they actually do need the treatment that is proven to work
yeah,
because there is a genetic difference.
yeah, oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
they've just like they haven't shot themselves in the foot. They've taken a fucking shotgun, put it in like their own fucking mouth and blown their
yeah,
brains out. And then just because there's a barrel of
yeah,
fish behind them, they think they hit the target.
yeah. This is we'll get through it, but that's the whole entire argument. Is that's all it's based on. It's like, oh, you know, humans can't change sex, men can't be women. I was like,
You can't change the fucking tune.
right, uh, um, you know, sex is binary. No, it isn't. They all repeat themselves. Yeah, you know. I
What's
replied
this
on,
binary? I learned all I know about
yeah, I
fucking
replied on
genetics at
something, right?
third
Yeah,
grade.
I replied on something, and the queen of well, I won't. I'll take that back. The penis obsessed lady replied,
Ah,
um,
he's such a fucking cunt.
espousing her usual bullshit, trying to attempting to gaslight me, and by putting it all on me, saying I'm the problem. Um, and it's like they all
The
repeat the
fuck?
same thing, and it's like no, but it's people that we're streeting who is gay, by the way,
Yeah.
and like, oh no, I because he was on this morning saying I care about the safety of our children. And I was like, no, you don't, because
Oh.
you're taking away the very thing that they need in order to avoid.
Well, someone please think of the children.
Yeah.
Do you know who thinks this much about children? Fucking pedophiles.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Speaking
sorry,
of,
that wasn't me being honest. That was me using their fucking bullshit
yeah.
back.
Well,
Like that's how you sound, you fucking morons.
yeah. Well, I
They
forgot to
also have a
mention
track
this
record of that.
last time. Well, I said no, I didn't, it left my brain. But now that you mentioned that, um,
This
in the
is so fucking scary where you're going with this.
in the uh Paris Olympics, there was there was an athlete who who is a pedophile.
Oh yeah, that fucking cunt.
Yeah. Um, I was like, but every single time they say this, and they say the line, "Oh, we care about children. We care about the safety of children." And I'm like, I always go to, okay then, if you really cared about the safety of children, then why are you ignoring the countless thousands of children that are
No,
sexually
no, no.
abused by
No, what you
by a member of the church, or
the
other
family?
things like
Uh,
like
yeah, really. Like, fuck that bullshit. And like,
yeah,
oh, we care so much. We care so much about the fucking children. Yeah. No, you don't, because like you have fucking austerity politics. You fucking can't. Like, you're literally all politics being done. It doesn't care about the fucking children. It's just fucking show. We keep defunding schools. We keep defunding programs that help
yeah,
children not end up in criminal activities. We keep like uh, what are they called? Like youth center program bullshit. Like that has a proven fucking effect on keeping kids out of criminality
yeah,
and out of the life of crimes. And like they never fund that. Instead, they take funding from it because like the most bureaucratic fucking reasons. Do you know? Do you want to hear something fucking sickening? If we have low grades, we get less money next year.
hmm
Do you fucking hear that? Like, shouldn't it be the opposite? Like,
yeah,
oh
sure,
shit, you clearly need the fucking money.
yeah,
I don't work in a private school. I work in like a public fucking school. And I'm thinking like, do I cost that fucking much? I know my salary is quite fucking high, but like, Jesus Christ, this town's budget so shit.
yeah,
And like that's like so no, until you stop with the fucking austerity politics, nobody's going to be allowed to talk about how they care about the children because what you're doing is letting them starve, you fucking
e-
can't.
exactly. Um,
Because like free school lunch apparently fucking kryptonite to Americans.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The health,
I'm sorry, kids make me angry.
yeah, The health department knows that banning puberty blockers will not stop trans young people from accessing puberty blockers, but instead lead them to access them through the grey and black market. But what it will do, red sweeting, you absolute fucking turd, it will lead them to basically what happened with the abortion until Roe v. Wade came into effect, where they will have black market abortions from people who
Don't
aren't
even kind of need to
medical
go.
experts, and you will create a
We
problem
actually don't
where,
even like.
yeah,
We don't even have to go like that far. Like, we can take it like the top. We can just stop right at like we see this happening in our society today. Like,
yeah,
and I'm sorry, I'm going to like this is baking powder, of course, that I'm just using to show
yeah,
off as a fact. This fucking shit. It's. Do you think I get this from a fucking corner store, you dickheads?
no,
Again, that was baking powder. Of course, I wouldn't show
yeah,
actual fucking amphetamine. I'm not an idiot. But like, do you think that? Like, where do you think I'd make that? Like, yeah, I'm getting that from the black market, and now my drug dealer will also be my HRT dealer.
yeah,
Like, you fucking dickheads! All you're doing is making it dangerous. You fuck.
yeah. So yeah,
Uh,
so it's obvious they
like you
know
don't even have.
this, and so black market without access to blood
Well,
testing or appropriate medical supervision. Health Secretary Wes Streeting and his advisors know this because he was told about it when meeting with representatives of LGBTQ plus organizations. Streeting, who,
he's also the fucking health secretary. Like
yeah,
he should fucking know this if someone.
yeah,
Like there's no
Streeting,
fucking excuse for
yeah,
him.
Streeting who has said he regrets previously saying that trans women are women. Oh, he regrets it, did he? Told the High Court he was against ending the ban.
Uh, 10 is 10. Like a slanted 10 is a 10.
Yeah,
A bolded 10 is a 10.
yep,
A trans woman is a trans woman.
yep,
It's a woman.
yeah,
I don't see how, like, I regret saying this. You fuck off and die. You don't regret anything. You're not a fucking person. You don't have regrets. You don't have personal feelings.
yep,
All you have is like weird fucking simulated feelings, you
yeah.
cock.
Yeah. Going back to the performativeness,
Yeah.
Mary, if you want to talk about a performative, look at West Streeting,
Yeah. You
or
wanna
look at any other MP.
or look at any like fucking cis ally that I have like just ended up
Yeah,
having to like this has happened to me
that's
numerous times,
performative.
and this is what performative. Yeah, this is what performative actually is like. Even on Twitter, like if we keep it on Twitter, like not going
Yeah,
to. But politics is always performative, and like
yeah,
they should perform their own seppuku somehow. I, but but like on Twitter, for example, like which was where this happened. Like there have been multiple cases where I have been in an argument, and you know me, I don't hold back. And
yeah,
yeah, I am mean and I am cruel, but then some cis person will say something like, "You're not helping." Like a cis ally, like they have like, "Oh,
yeah,
trans lives matters" and stuff, like which is weird. Like, isn't it's Black Lives Matter, not trans lives matter? Like that's another thing. I think it's
yeah,
like trans rights are human rights, I think is the slogan. I don't fucking know. I'm the worst activist in the world. I'm not even an activist, actually. So technically, I'm better than someone. But like, even there, like that's performative. That's because the second that I speak out of turn, the second that I speak out of line, and then they start misgendering me as well. Performative cis allies misgender me on a level that TERFs don't even get. Like TERFs accidentally gender me correctly all the fucking time.
hmm
For example, when they slut shame me because all women are whores. But the thing is, official stance because no, of course not. I just have
yeah,
things written on my body that says so. But like, I want. Where was I going with this? Yeah, like that's performative. Because
yeah,
the second that I'm not the nice trans person, I don't know what fucking gave them that idea.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
the second I'm not the nice trans person that I tell people who wanted me to die, I'm not helping. Bitch, I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to feel better about being genocided. You fucking can't.
Yeah,
And like that's performative. What you're doing isn't performative. You just let me have a full-on rant about this shit.
yeah,
That's not performative. This isn't a fucking nice moment for me. I'm kind of pissed, but like, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Sorry, that I think her comment about that actually made like because say what you want, but you're not fucking performative. And
yeah,
I like also like fucking your co-host is a trans person. Am I a fucking moron then? Have I not fucking felt that? Like, do they think that I don't know how performance fucking feels?
yeah. But yeah, so
How did I make that about me?
uh, so moving on to this time we are discussing an article, and I'm just going to put it out there that yes, I do get these from Pink News, and I understand that Pink News is isn't exactly um
Fuck that. If anyone actually, if you had like links to Fox News or CNN, no one would bat an eye. No one would care about that.
no,
Fuck anyone who complains about us having like articles from Pink News. At least they talk about that shit. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it's badly fucking written articles.
yeah,
Like that's been their shtick the whole time. And then they turned out to be like, oh, a shithead company turned out to actually be a shithead company. What the
yeah,
fuck did you think that a multi-million dollar company was going to care about trans people? Of course they fucking don't. They care about
yeah,
ad revenue. That's how simple it is. I
yeah,
don't like capitalism either, but nobody has killed all the politicians yet.
yeah. So just putting out there that we get what we get, like because
Yeah, and like
because I'm not trawling the internet looking for articles when I can just go on Pick News or the Advocate and get
yeah, and like
current topics.
you have to remember, like listeners and viewers, and dear lovely people at home. You have to remember the fact that Torrance co-host is the laziest fucking cunt in the world and has like not I think read like I think I've read like one article fully.
Yeah,
Like my shtick here works enough well, and like you haven't complained. Thank fuck
no,
for that, because like then I would actually have to like do some fucking work. I have some philosophical points later on,
yeah,
but like this is how I work best anyway.
yeah,
But yeah, you have to remember that. Like he does research for this fucking show
yeah,
literally every week, and I go on for an hour and scream about people killing themselves. Like that's
yeah,
he works with what he fucking has.
yeah, yeah. I do.
He,
Yeah,
he happened to he
yeah.
happened
And
to
so
start a podcast with
yeah,
like a fucking laziest cunt alive.
yeah. And so just be remind. So just take that into account. So but anyway, so a
Yeah.
protest has been held in Belfast following an emergency ban on puberty blockers being extended to cover Northern Ireland. The Department of Health announced last week that it had renewed the ban on the private sale and supply of the medication, and that it now covers private prescriptions in Northern Ireland. The medicine is primarily used by those under the age of 18. Yeah, blah blah. We know that. Um, Following the ban's extension, protests have been held in Dublin and Belfast, with about 100 people gathering outside Belfast City Hall on Tuesday. Mammies for Trans Rights, a group of mothers and parents in Ireland who campaign in support of trans youth, joined the protest, and the crowd could be heard chanting, when trans rights are under attack, stand up, fight back." Members of the group wrote on Twitter, "This will be a distressing time for many affected. Our trans loved ones need our vocal, visible allyship now more than ever. Um, Carol Claire Flynn, a founder of Mummies for Trans Rights, has previously told Pick News that the movement began because of the terrible fear, upset, and distress felt by trans youth in Ireland and beyond. Following the ban,
Is mommy an Irish term as well?
I think so. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, because all I know is like the fucking weird American Jim Crow shit, and I'm sorry, I need to look this up because there must be something I'm missing here because that sounds fucking weird.
Uh,
Racist stereotypes against fucking for trans people.
yeah,
Mommy Island. Sorry. This got weirdly interesting for me. You know, words. This is all I do. Okay, yeah, yeah, it's an Irish term, man.
yeah.
So
Uh,
sorry about that. I
so
needed to. And now that you've seen my eyes, you probably know why I keep wearing sunglasses this episode because I look like a fucking mess. Yeah. Now, go on. I'm sorry I cut
yeah,
you off.
so so following the ban's extension, activists have criticised the UK government with LGBTQ plus advocacy group Trans Actual describing the decision as dangerous. So yeah, so basically 100 people
Yeah.
kicked off and protested, which is what will happen
Yeah.
when you
That's
fuck
good.
with someone's life, when you fuck with someone's life, which is what you are doing.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine that you make people die, and the people who die and love people die and love the people who die don't want to the people to keep on dying. Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah,
shocker, isn't it?
yeah. Who knew? Like,
Um,
you know, who knew? Like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, oh, I don't know.
yeah.
Oh, I have an idea. Let's all,
Why must you be
know,
so mean about me genociding you?
yeah. Oh, look, we're, destroying people, children's lives, and they're protesting. Oh, what should we do? Like, you
They're
create the
twirling the
problem.
fucking mustaches while the children
Yeah,
is like tied up on the fucking train tracks, and they wonder why people come and scream at them. Like Jesus fucking Christ!
yeah,
Oh yeah, we're just going to murder some children. How are you doing today? Fucking hell!
yeah. So yeah, that was that. Um, this next one, um, an obscure law in Ohio, which has been used in recent months to target transgender political candidates, could lead to a Republican being unable to stand in elections. The little known law,
I
and I'm sure,
I need to just ask you something here. You said law, right? Because I heard fjord.
I
An
said law.
obscure fjord had been used to hurt. Like that was
No, I know,
fucking bizarre for a minute. Like
no,
you said law.
yeah, law, yeah, an
Yeah.
obscure law.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
the little known
I'm
law,
my
which,
brain is fucking weird.
yeah, the little known law, which I'm sure pissed off lawyer legal tweets will know about, um,
Yeah.
which does not appear anywhere in a 33-page guide. They do love Americans do love it to have like guides for everything. Anyway, requires
Yeah.
candidates to list their former name if they have changed it in the past 5 years. While it does not apply to those who have changed their name through marriage, it does apply to trans
How to
candidates
instruct
who have
uh,
legally changed their name as part of their transition.
how to systemic transphobia for beginners.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
basically what I hear. Like
yeah,
Jesus fucking Christ. How to
um,
make trans people's lives sucks for noobs.
yeah, yeah. That should be the title. Yeah, title. Yeah. In effect, they must publicly list their dead name. Yeah, great. That's not gonna go down well. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, ma'am, sir. Can you dead name yourself? You know,
Yeah. Yeah, it's just what the fuck did they think? It is, I don't like. I don't know. I have a weird opinions on like that kind of shit. Like when like here in Sweden when it became easier to change your name and stuff like that and change your legal gender. I think I've said this before, but I'm such a fucking weird pessimist in some ways, even though I'm weirdly optimistic about others. But like, I believe that it's going to get a hell of a lot worse before it gets better. I do believe that it will get better, but I do believe that it will get a hell of a lot worse. And I do believe we will actually see some systemic murder. Like, actually, like, fucking, yeah, I do think
Yeah,
that we're going to get to that point. I think that it's going to get that fucking bad. I genuinely do. But that's not to say that I'm hopeless because I do believe that that will also be a very short while and they will call it something else and then they will be called out on it because most people don't actually want trans people to be dead.
no, they
But then
don't.
again, most people didn't want the Jews to be dead either. But then look what happened. But my point is that like um all that I could think when those laws came, like, oh, you can now change your legal gender, all I thought was like, you're giving them a kill list.
Yeah,
Like that's what I'm sorry if I'm like that's and if it's important for you to get your male in your right name and stuff like that, of course you should change it. If it's harmful to you to like be to have your like uh, dead name as your legal name, please change it. I get that. But just like please be safe, people,
yeah.
because signing up to a fucking death list of trans people sounds kind of fucked for me.
Oh yeah, it absolutely does. Because it's like I'm not this with anyone. Like I don't like when it comes to whether you're trans or not, but you being trans has nothing to do with your ability to do a job. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. Your trans identity affects no one. It doesn't affect anyone. It doesn't affect the way you. It doesn't affect your job. It doesn't affect your livelihood.
Oh.
I mean, I say that, but I know
Yeah,
that
no,
in
like
certain cases it can affect your livelihood and your ability to do your job. I get that. I understand that.
yeah,
But
I'm going to make a shit ton of more money when I'm a porn star.
yeah, but the whole thing I'm basically saying is right, and I agree with what Max has said. Like, don't like dead name yourself just to be on the list. Like, what are they fucking doing?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
like avoid governmental lists
yeah,
at all cost. Like, yeah, I know, like, Max the Anarchist is screaming about how the government is bad again, but yeah, government is fucking bad.
yeah,
Like every single government, because the government is ruled by people who want to be in the government. That's the fucking problem.
yeah,
Like people who want power should never have power. That's why I'm a good teacher. I hate the fact I feel like shit all the fucking time because I'm in a hierarchy against my kids,
yeah,
as like students, not like my non-existent hypothetical children.
yeah.
I might
Uh,
have though. I did donate sperm at the beginning of like my 20s.
yeah. Um,
Easy way to get £60.
yeah. Um, in recent months, the law has caught out trans candidates Bobby Arnold of Preble County and Ariane Childry of O'Glaze County, who were subsequently granted permission to run for seats in the State House of Representatives, and Vanessa Joy, who was disqualified. Following news of her disqualification, Joy told NBC News it's a barrier to entry for many trans and gender non-conforming people. Where I personally, where's it gone, would have just bit the bullet and allowed my dead name to be on the petitions and likely on the ballot. For a lot of trans people, they don't want their dead name printed. It's a safety concern for many. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm not saying like if you are someone right trans, or I know that there are a lot of cis people who have changed their name via
yeah.
default,
I know quite a lot of them. Like
right?
I know more cis people who've changed the name than trans people, but I think that's because I genuinely don't know that many trans people actually,
Yeah.
like in
So
life.
I know dead name. So if you are happy to have your dead name mentioned or said out loud, and you're comfortable with that, then great, fantastic. More power to you.
Yeah,
But that's not going to be the case for everyone.
yeah. Like yeah,
So
for multiple reasons, you're never going to hear my dead name here, for example.
yeah,
And
so
if I ever accidentally do bleep it, that will be the do say it. That will be the one time that I do require some fucking editing to go in and bleep that shit.
yeah,
Because like, yeah, that's not getting out. Because if my dead name is so specific that if it gets out, they will. I'm like I'm the only person in the world with my name.
yeah. So
Thanks, mom. You fucking cunt.
now it seems Republican State Representative Tex Fisher, who legally changed his name from Austin James Fisher to Austin James Texford Fisher in 2020, might be affected by the legislation, which dates from 1995. Fucking hell. 1995 or 85.
1995.
Yeah,
I was three. I was three. I
fucking
did
hell.
not. 1995 is probably the time I had my first memory of it all time. Because my first memory is when I was 3 years old. I fell out of my van and bit off the bit of the tip of my tongue. My first memory was of me drowning in a pool of blood, and I think that kind of actually does explain a lot.
Fucking hell. I was about I was nine and a half, probably 10 in 95. Fucking hell.
This is actually oh no, that was it was like I just had to like, realign that. Now I know your age. I don't think it's ever popped up. Or I just like maybe it did when I was weird and zoned out. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Um, but
I think I
not
was.
that I haven't been sitting here thinking. It's just that
Yeah,
I realized the other day that I actually don't know how old you fucking
yeah,
are. Like I know you're older than me, but
yeah. I was born in 1985. So
yeah,
1985
you're
to
like
1995. So yeah, I was probably about 10.
yeah,
Fucking hell.
cool.
Anyway.
My brother is born in 82, and my ex-girlfriend is born in 87. So you're like right in the middle of that.
Mm, uh,
I
yeah.
did date a girl once whose mom was born in 1985, which was fucking weird, and we ended that relationship quickly. And she wasn't like extremely fucking young. She was 20, but her mom had had children when she was extremely fucking young, which was why.
Mm,
Um, but that was a bit weird.
yeah. So yeah, so that law, so that legislation dates back from 1995. Chris Anderson, the chairman of the Mahoning County Democratic Party, filed a complaint with local election officials about Anderson's change of name, saying he did not appropriately disclose it. Well, I'm sorry, Chris Anderson, you utter fucking twat. I don't know how you look, but you're probably a fucking fat prick. Um, like, why should he or any other person disclose dead name to you? What the fuck is his
Yeah,
mouth? Why? You don't need
it
to know
doesn't.
that. Like, do
Yeah.
I need to know what genitals you have? No, I don't. It's none of my business. Like, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Like,
really.
it doesn't bother you. It doesn't affect you or your life. That's another thing that I don't see. I understand, but it's just like it beggars belief why they're so concerned. Like,
Yeah, this is performative bullshit. Like they're
yeah,
not
like,
concerned actually, and that's
it's
like it. Like they don't. That's why it hurts me. Like it not hurts me. That's why it annoys me so fucking much. With all like, yeah, there's children, blah blah blah.
yeah,
No, you care about hurting trans
yeah.
people. At least be open about that. Like I
Basically,
don't know. Like
yeah.
fucking
Basically, they just do a form of gaslighting. Oh, like,
yeah. Second episode. I
yeah,
think maybe the first.
yeah. So
We
yeah,
talked about it in the second episode we ever did.
yeah.
Gaslighting bullshit
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
that's pension for it.
Um, if they are going to use the law to penalise trans candidates, then it needs to be applied equally, Anderson demanded, according to Cleveland.com. How about no? Like, I don't like
Yeah,
cis people change their name they change their name for various reasons. They don't.
yeah. Uh,
No, they change their name for
I don't know
reasons.
if I've said this before, by the way. Did you know that I am in the legal proceedings to changing my names, but not to Max? It's far more dumb than this. I'm trying to get my name changed legally to Bonesaw.
I think I remember you mentioning it previously.
Yeah, because I have like a joke where I want to do the Bonesaw is ready
Yeah,
bullshit from like the first Spider-Man, and I can't do it because I'm not Bonzo. And like that joke is only funny if I actually try to change my name. And I've been like going through the whole fucking ordeal for like 2 years now.
yeah.
I've been in three fucking relationships since I started trying to change my name.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do these people always say this? Say this because it sounds like a typical, you know, script saying. He says in quotes, where is it? I've gone past it. Typical. Um, where I so let me. So I'm just scrolling down to. So notice. So that. Where's my? God's sake. Right. So that. Oh, sorry about this. For some reason, my phone is having a fit, and it keeps scrolling down. So no, we've done that. This one.
Yeah,
Right. So if they're going to use a law, then I did that. Um, ah, here it is. So in quotes, this is what he said. At the end of the day, I don't care what he calls himself. Well, clearly you do care.
yeah, you fucking
My
can.
question is, does the law apply? Because if the law applies, then it needs to be applied equally. But Chris Anderson, mate, like, what the fuck are you? What the hell have you been smoking?
What's the fucking name of the Simpsons episode? What's the fucking name of the Simpsons episode? What's the fucking name of the Simpsons episode? Home versus I'm sorry, I just came to think of something. Yeah, Homer versus the 18th Amendment. I'm going to try that again, and then I'm going to edit the fuck out of the whatever edited version I do of this. Um, um what? Jesus fucking Christ. Homer versus the 18th Amendment. It's literally about this kind of shit, like an old, outdated law being
Yeah.
used in like for this shit only like because it's the episode where uh, he he becomes a booze baron, like Homer Simpson becomes a
Oh
booze
yeah,
baron
yeah,
because booze becomes criminalized in.
yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, that show is good.
Yeah, it was.
Like it's really good again, by the way.
Is it?
Like the two last seasons is fucking brilliant. I can link a few episodes. I
Yeah,
can give you a few episode tips. But
yeah,
like the ones
absolutely.
that are good, holy shit, they're so
Yeah. Um, Fisher responded by saying it is fundamentally undemocratic to try to deprive the voters of a choice on a technicality. Technicality. But like, I'm sorry, but I'm speaking for myself. But I don't really give a fuck if a person I'm voting for, not that I've ever voted for anyone in my life, because I don't believe the shit they spew. But anyway, let's suppose
funny.
hypothetically, I decided to vote for someone, and that person's name wasn't their real name. Like, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I don't. Like, I'll be more. I'm
I
more
have
bothered by like, what are they gonna do?
I have been together with my boyfriend for 2 years. The 22nd, like we met the first time 22nd of September 2022. That was the first date. Yeah, I have a weird detail-oriented memory. I do not know his last name. I've seen it. I just completely keep forgetting it. He is the love of my fucking life. He is like I'm totally devoted to him. I love him dearly. I definitely care more about him than I do about any politician who I ever have and haven't voted for. But I don't care if I don't know his fucking last name because that's only going to be relevant when I like find out what name I'm going to take at the wedding. Because yeah, I'm losing my piece of shit last name. It sucks ass.
Yeah,
Like, but like
yeah,
that's the only reason. Like, and then I just want to know that it's not going to be even dumber than my actual last name because
yeah,
my last name is really fucking dumb. Um, it's not as dumb as having like my last name be Margot, which is just like the full version of Max.
yeah,
But like,
yeah,
but like this is I don't know my own boyfriend's last name, and I don't think that's weird. I do not see how anyone could ever care about like a politician's name. I don't even care like if it's a nickname. Who gives a fucking shit?
exactly. I'm
Unless
more.
it's something like
Yeah,
their nickname be like, I don't know, a racist epithet or something.
yeah. It's like this is
Or in the
the
weird Stephen King book where he accidentally invents the slur tranny.
yeah.
It's
Um,
not about trans people, it's just that they work at trans corps and he calls the workers their trannies,
yeah,
which is really fucking hysterical. I don't remember if it's Dreamcatcher, but I think it's Dreamcatcher and it's the funniest fucking shit ever. It might be Dreamhouse.
yeah.
Sorry, Black House, I mean.
He went on to claim that has unfortunately become the Democratic Party playbook. If you don't like someone, just try to kick them off the ballot. It's a silly complaint, and I have faith that the process will play out and will be good to go for November.
If you
Increasing,
don't like someone, kick them
yeah,
off the ballot. It's kind of the process of democracy, though.
yeah. Increased attention on the law has resulted in Ohio House Democrats introducing a bill, HB 467, to scrap the requirement altogether. Beryl Brown Piccolantonio, who co-sponsored the bill, said there was absolutely no reason a candidate should be required to disclose prior names if they have legally gone through a name change process. The state Republican governor, Mike DeWine, has previously defended the law, with his press secretary telling the HuffPost, yeah, because he probably didn't have the bollocks to do it himself, that while it should not be changed, it also should not disqualify candidates from running. So at least there's two people with common sense, but how long that common sense lasts, who knows? Because it is that we are talking about America.
Yeah,
Talking of
yeah,
America,
they're
we're going
fucking
from
wild.
we are going from Ohio to Texas. A Texas bar has launched a big gay beer to raise funds for an LGBTQ plus veteran-led charity after its drag
You know
brought.
what? I fucking love Texas.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I can
yeah,
do. It's just like,
yeah. So yeah, a veteran-led charity after its drag brunch faced a bomb threat. The
yeah.
Brutorium Brewery and Kitchen in Austin took to Facebook in June to announce that it was forced to close for the rest of the day and cancelled its legendary drag brunch after they received a bomb threat. Police searched the premises and found nothing suspicious. In response, the pub has launched a super strong hazy double IPA fruited to the max with pink guava, orange, and mango. Um, Announcing the addition of the beer to its menu, the venue's owners wrote on Facebook that staff got together and decided to brew the biggest, gayest beer. Beer shows continued commitment to the LGBTQ plus community. The post adds that the beer was created to show our continued commitment to being a safe place for queer people and all good, kind, and loving individuals in our city. A portion of proceeds from the beer will be donated to Veterans for Equality, a not-for-profit organization run by former members of the armed forces, which provides protection at events hosted by marginalized communities. Um, the group has helped the bar with events in the past. Last September, a federal judge struck down a law that would have outlawed drag shows in the state. The legislation would have penalized businesses with a $10,000, 7.5 thousand British pounds fine for hosting so-called sexually oriented performances. While performers could be charged with a Class A misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail and a 4,000 fine, Austin-based drag queen Brigitte Bandit said the law was clearly rooted in transphobia. Of course it is, and misogyny, because right-wing pundits believe the only reason anybody would want to dress to look like a woman is to be sexualized. So yeah, but of course it's rooted in transphobia. When
Yeah,
you've got someone like fucking Ron DeSantis and people like the woman who wrote fucking the cast review, like of course, and that's going to be the final one. So,
yeah, yeah. It
uh,
probably is because my brain just fucking shut down. I think.
yeah, um,
Uh,
a Florida bill that bans trans healthcare for minors and restricts it for adults has been ruled legal. A three-judge panel on the U.S. Court of Appeals decided by a 2-to-1 vote that a district court decision to block enforcement of the anti-trans law should be halted, allowing the state to ban trans healthcare. U.S. District Judge Robert Hinkle ruled in June 2023 that Florida legislators' attempts to block a federal Medicaid statute, as well as the Affordable Care Act, to ban trans healthcare for under 18s and impose restrictions on adults, was unconstitutional, he argued, that the rule is invalid and that restricting trans rights was not a legitimate state interest. However, the Court of Appeals had now overturned the ruling, decreeing that Hinkle likely misapplied the presumption that the legislation acted in good faith. Okay, when saying that restricting trans rights was based on transphobia, well, it is. The
yeah,
judges Britt C. Grant and Robert J. Luck I wonder if this Robert guy changed his name. Anyway, decided
Yeah.
that rather than acting from an animus against transgender people, legislators acted from a belief, whether or not correct, that the treatments at issue are harmful, should be banned for minors, and should be prescribed with greater care for adults. Why should it be banned for minors? So tell me, have you banned puberty blockers for cis girls? Like
Oh yeah.
if you're so worried about puberty blockers, then why haven't you banned it for cis girls? But wait a minute. So it's okay for cis girls to have puberty blockers to stop them from having early onset puberty, but you have a problem with trans kids having it, which in turn you're forcing them to go through male or female puberty, which they don't want.
Yeah.
Which is it? They can't make up. Seriously, they cannot make their mind up. That's why they always flip flop.
Yeah, like, but because they have no beliefs, because what their
Exactly.
beliefs is genuinely just I hate trans people.
Yeah,
Which is like fine, do that, but be open about that. Like, oh, I get icky from weird things that freaks me. I get icky from things that weirds me out. Like, yeah, just
yeah,
be open about you being a fucking weak-willed little coward.
yeah.
Oh, you're gonna
Um,
piss yourself because the mean old tranny looks like a woman.
yeah. Dissenting Judge Charles R. Wilson argued that the district court had identified enough evidence that the legislation was passed based on invidious discrimination against transgender adults and minors. The news is the news is the another typo. The news is another blow for LGBTQ plus people in Florida, where Republican Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a string of bills. Pick you sort out your fucking articles, man. Has signed bills into law restricting queer freedom, including 2022's Don't Say Gay bill, which bans classroom discussions of gender and sexuality topics. Legal advocates
Yeah,
and defenders, the Human Rights Campaign, the National Center for Lesbian Rights, the Southern Legal Council, and lawyers from Lowenstein Sandler condemned the appeal court's ruling, calling it deeply disappointing and the judge's disregard for the district court's careful findings. Speaking on behalf of anonymous plaintiffs, the group said they will take every step possible to protect their right to equal treatment under Florida's laws. They went on to say allowing the discriminatory restrictions to go back into effect will deny transgender adults and adolescents life-saving care and prevent Florida parents from making medical decisions that are right for their children. As the district court found, based on voluminous evidence, the record shows that these extraordinary restrictions were based on disapproval of transgender people and serve no purpose other than to harm transgender Floridians. We will continue fighting for transgender Floridians and their families and for everyone's right to make healthcare decisions without government interference. Yeah, good luck with that one. The government will always find a way to interfere. They always will.
yeah, of course.
Like, I wish them luck, but we live
Oh
in a
yeah, I hope so. But like,
yeah,
it's not going. Yeah, I'm not. I can barely fucking build
yeah.
sentences
It's
anymore.
like
Uh,
despite what our viewers may think, I'm actually a pessimist. I do like to try and find the light, but you know things are only going to get,
Yeah,
things are going to, like you said, things are going to get worse before they get better. But even then,
it's going to get a hell of a
yeah, but even then, the better that we get, it will probably still not be enough. But,
like I want the entire society to crumble and I want governments to burn. I do not think that I'm getting like global anarchism in my lifetime. Uh, but just remember, people out there at home, live the way that your philosophy tells you to live.
yeah,
Um, I, for example, do not consider what I do when I break the law a bad thing because I do not harm anyone. Um, and then I do break the law quite a bit.
yeah,
Um, I had
yeah,
to like admit to taking out a lot of money at work the other week. Like I have a weird. We are entirely fucking cashless in Sweden. I am probably the only one who still takes out cash, and that's only because of a drug habit. But like, um, someone asked me at some point, like, because yeah, I mentioned annoyances while taking out cash, and it was like, but people don't use cash. That's why this doesn't work. Like it hasn't been updated since the fucking 90s when people stopped using cash. Why are you ancient? And I just had to like look at him and say that I refuse to fucking comment.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's very rare that I will take money out. But
Yeah, once again, it's because I do drugs.
yeah,
Like they don't tend to want you to Venmo it to them. At least not the ones who don't want to get fucked over.
yeah, yeah.
I have a
Um,
friend who keeps like sending me like the same amount the drugs costs and just saying like in the fucking comments like this is for drugs. I don't know what he's fucking do.
yeah,
That's something that happens to me.
yeah. Um,
It's not for drugs though.
mm,
He's just being a fucking cunt. Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot.
I'm clearly
Yeah,
like my brain is fucking broken.
yeah. I think. Um, so yeah, that's everything that we discussed. Again, sorry if like you're watching this and you're like they're not as energetic as they normally are. Yeah.
Except
That's
for
gonna
her,
happen.
she's fucking energetic as hell. Why
Yeah,
is that? Oh, I get it now. I'm just so happy I didn't get nosebleed.
yeah, yeah. Um, so yeah, this will go up. Um, well, the
Yeah.
audio version will, this will go up, and then the YouTube will go up tomorrow at some point. Because as soon as we've stopped this, I'm going to bed. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I hope you've enjoyed your weekend.
Oh, quick thing. Just before we end, I've been training my girl voice. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just. What a class! Oh, that was Jabba the Hutt. I always get those mixed up. I'm sorry. I don't know why I ended it like that. Um, I'm clearly fucking broken. I
yeah,
can't hear you now, though. Oh yeah, there you are. I thought you, yeah.
yeah,
That was that was not the worst Jabba the Hutt I've ever done. I think, and I don't know if that's sad or not.
mm,
It's definitely the worst girl I've ever done. I'm not doing an actual girl voice. I have been
yeah,
training, but you're not getting that one until it's ready. I just thought of that joke and I had to do it because it was fucking funny.
yeah, yeah. It was a good impression. Um,
Thank you.
so yeah, we will be back next week. Well, you know what I mean. At the same time.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so we are gonna sign off. Everything will be in everything that we covered will be in the description. I'll also link that article from GP so you can have a look at it.
Yeah,
Um, I'm sure something else will kick off in the turf world, as it always does.
probably.
You know, what will be extremely funny and good at the same time would if this really fucking blew up.
I
But
actually want to do something for next week.
uh,
I just fucking realized because I'm sorry about this, but I kind of have realized that I need to take at least 1 week off from like misery porn, and I need to like kind of not hear about trans people being murdered for like a week. So I've actually thought about like uh, we've been talking about doing a media episode at some point,
yeah,
and I've been thinking like, do you know of some shit with trans people or queer people in it?
I can have a look.
Because I think maybe just like watch something one of and we do like half the episode each because I just need like to not this is just for mental health reasons. Like
Yeah,
I want to do the show, I just need that like at some times it get a bit uh weird just
yeah,
being
yeah. We
reminded
can do
constantly
that.
about
Yeah,
the fucking genocide.
yeah.
So
We can.
like I
Yeah,
pick
we
a
can
film,
do
you
that.
pick a
Yeah,
film, and we
yeah.
I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, yeah. We can do that. Break it up. Yeah, because it can get a bit depressing at times covering topics. So yeah. Um. So we'll do that then. But so
Oh yeah, there.
yeah.
And I'm sorry, I just sprung that on you right now. I
No, it's all
needed to
right.
get it out when I had the realization.
Yeah. Um.
Uh,
Yeah, we'll do that. Obviously. Um. We'll talk about. We'll probably talk about it briefly.
yeah,
And obviously you get like if you have any links, then obviously just send it to me through DM and then I can have a look at it. But
yeah,
yeah, um, we'll see you next week, same time. Hope everyone stays safe. Have a good start to your week, and
yeah.
above all, um, look after your mental health.
Oh yeah, I always do that.
Yeah.
And like, take me as an example. I need to look after my mental health, which is why I just spent an entire fucking weekend being coked and speeded out of my fucking mind.
Yeah.
I'm clearly in a good place. I actually am. I will say this. I'm genuinely happy right now in my life. I just had that realization the other day. Like I thought like, oh shit, I'm happy. Like not just glad, I'm genuinely happy right now. So like I'm in a good place. I just like want to stay there until I get a bit stronger.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the feeling. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, we will do that episode next week. Break up and then
yeah.
yeah. So
Back to the yeah,
yeah.
great. Um, bye everyone.
Bye.